This is Chilling.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, it's another beautiful day here at what we call the land of paradise. This is ARRA Fishing Lodge. I've been here for quite some time, and yeah, this is how a sunrise looks like. It's very beautiful, so chilled. People are trying to carry out some fishing. You see them in the background. When I give you a better shot of them, they have their canoes, and I think this is the proper time of what we call fishing time. So you see, I'm suited for the occasion. I'm here to meet a gentleman. He's a young lad. I'll tell you more about him, but what we're going to try to do is what we call sport fishing. Now, sport fishing is getting some kind of fish and then throwing it back in water. It's more like a fun activity, yeah? We are not taking fish home. If we get lucky, we shall catch some. If we don't, yeah, bibao. So this gentleman has had aspirations of tourism ever since uni. So he started at Gulu University. As they say, charity begins at home. So he was more involved in this group called Nature Uganda, which was working towards conservation and what we call sustainability tourism. And after achieving that, he came up with his own company called Birding and Safari Touring Company that also promotes tourism as well. So I'm here to meet him and yeah, to find out more about him and get to know his story, man. These brothers have fascinating story. Morning! Morning!
Morning, how are you?
Good.
It's a very beautiful morning here.
It's quite a big lad, it's quite a big lad. Man, is this how morning looks like?
It's a beautiful morning,
yeah.
And the sunrise is one of the most perfect things,
okay.
Especially a sunrise overlooking the Nile.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful morning.
It's a beautiful morning indeed. And so I'm seeing canoes in the background and people trying to do something. What is this? They are fishing?
Yeah, so this is one of the economic activities that the community around here do.
Yeah.
That is fishing.
Okay.
And it's what puts food on the table.
Okay.
It's a beautiful activity, but most importantly is about the sustainability aspect of this economic activity.
And what we have here are two gigantic hooks.
Yeah, so
are we going to try out something?
definitely. You know, the best time for fishing,
yeah.
you have the morning hours,
okay,
and then you have the evening hours or the night. Yeah. When the water is very calm,
yeah, the
fish is coming, you know, about before the water gets heated. So the fish is coming very closer into the water surface so that they can actually feed. So it's a beautiful time to go on the water,
please,
and to catch some.
Please, let's go try to find out if we're lucky enough.
Thank you. You know, there's a lot of meat. These gentlemen you see on the water,
yeah,
they can actually saw and know exactly where the fish is, depending on where they fish.
It's my first time trying to do this.
It's gonna be exciting, I'm sure.
Yeah, so
I'm optimistic. We hope to catch some very beautiful.
Please, let's hop into the boats.
Thank you.
I'm seeing white rhino and white angel.
Yeah, so I think we are going to use the white rhino.
Yeah.
It's one of the fishing boats,
yeah,
that we're going to use here.
Okay. When they tell you that there are places in this country where time stands still, this is one of those places. Once again, we are at the beautiful urban Nile. I'm with the one and only, truly, Boniface himself, a man who is so much invested when it comes to local tourism, and he had this passion ever since uni. So, yeah, Boniface, so you said we're going to try out what we call sport fishing. What exactly do we have? These are hooks. I saw them at the beginning. Take me through the mechanism of this. How do they work?
Yeah, so thank you. You know, first of all, sport fishing is not just like any other fishing.
Yeah.
You throw the hook in the water.
Yeah.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
You look at the catch.
Yeah.
You unhook it. and throw it back in water.
Yes.
Of course, on rare occasions when you have a very big catch,
Yeah.
you are able to go.
No, it doesn't
That
count.
is
It
part of your
still doesn't
trophy.
count. You have to throw it back in.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to
So
put
how
it.
does this hook work?
So the hook,
It's quite tall, yeah.
It's a very interesting hook. This is part of one of the rhino tough hooks,
Okay.
and you have the bait. It's an artificial bait.
Yeah.
It's metallic.
Yeah.
It must always be hooked here.
Yeah.
So the first thing is you have to unhook it
Yeah.
where it is.
Yeah.
Make sure the line there is very straight.
Okay.
It's right up there.
Yeah.
Then down here, you have a lock.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a lock of this hook.
Yeah. Must the bait be metallic? This kind of fish falls for anything?
No, this is the kind of bait. Yeah, of course. You know, the fish generally falls for a lot of things.
Yeah.
And then this is the lock
Okay.
to lock this roller. So when you unlock it,
Yeah.
then you are able to
Throw
throw
it
the
in.
bait in
Okay.
water.
So can we try it
Yeah,
out?
sure. Here.
Yeah, please.
So
So this is mine, right?
yes.
Okay.
that is yours. So when you unlock it here,
Okay.
you see.
I unlock
Yeah,
and then
You know, you throw
I
it
throw it.
in the water.
I throw it in the water.
Yes, you throw it in the water.
How do I hold it?
So this is what happens.
Okay.
That,
So it's
that is a lock.
Wait, the
below.
bait has already come out.
Yes, the
Yeah,
bait has come out.
stretched. Okay.
Let me roll it back.
Yeah.
So this is how you roll the bait back.
Okay.
Now, while you're right here,
Yeah.
is now you throw it in water, and the longer you throw it, the better. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're able to throw the bait as this unlocks. Okay.
Okay.
So the farther you throw, the better.
Yeah.
And this is how, of course, you can do that, and this goes really wide deep in the water.
Fish is not the only thing you're fascinated with. You also work towards birds and stuff like that. Tell me about that part of your life.
Yes.
How did you come to get fascinated with birds and
Yes.
birding?
Yeah. So thank you. You see, birds have been part of our
Ecosystem.
ecosystem.
Yes.
Growing up, we used to hear birds singing and chanting. You know, the common saying goes about
Yeah.
sounds of the bird, how actually the birds are part of our important ecosystem. Now, importantly is the fact that I developed my love for birding when I joined Nature Uganda.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was at university.
At university. And one of the biggest things that Nature Uganda does is conducting excursions to different spots for birding, particularly where you're able to watch birds.
Yeah. Oh. I'm having an
Yeah.
entanglement.
Oh yeah, sure. You instead of locking it up, you unlocking it.
Yeah.
Right,
As if I had as if I caught something. Okay. This usually happens, right?
Yeah, this happens.
For first timers.
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, it takes a bit of time for you before you master how to use
It's
the
hard.
hook. It is hard.
It's harder than how it looks. Yeah?
Of course, these are gears that are a bit
Tricky.
tricky.
Yeah.
But then generally, if you know this is an improved type of a hook.
Yeah.
You know, we grew up using the small hook and the bait. We used to put earthworms
Yeah.
as the bait.
This is the modern kind.
Yeah, this is the modern kind
Yeah.
of, and so this happens very frequent. But always you're able to roll it back and be able to make sure that you.
Bonnie, this can't fool you. I really know how to deal with gears because I know how to drive cars. But this is a bit different. This technology looks easy, guys, but it's really hard. Now look what a mess I've created. This is quite a huge mess. So Bonnie, so you were telling me.
Yeah. So bird watching.
Yeah.
Is one of the most exciting activities. Unfortunately, not so many domestic tourists appreciate and understand that. Yeah. But as a region and as a country, we have some of the most...
gotten some support and help. Be careful, okay. Yeah.
As a country and a region, we have some of the most exciting bird species that tourists look out for. One of the biggest being the shoebill stork.
Yeah.
That is it's a bird. It's a gold mine for the country, and so the tourists come, take time, go on these trails just to see these birds here. And as WestNile, we're actually blessed because we have a shoebill breeding site just on the Nile, one of the islands over here.
What happened? You didn't bring our binoculars? I'm pretty much sure we would have spotted some.
We will have, definitely. The water birds, as you can see, of course, being the main activity of fishing. So we didn't want to carry binoculars to look into the waters for now. So, but I mean, birding is one of the most exciting activities. So here along the peninsula of ARRA fishing lodge, we have the weaver birds. They are what we call the best architects because they create one of the beautiful nests. If you see along the trees on the Nile, that's where they nest, and they have a very beautiful lifestyle. While they are courting, the male bird has to first build a nest. You see how when you come to our human history, even as a man, before you marry, you must have built your own house and home, and that is how these birds behave. Unless you have nested, you have a beautiful nest, and that is the only way that you're able to court, the female birds.
Is it one of the reasons you came up with your company, WestNile Birding and Safari, which says discover nature's canvas, unveil nature's symphony?
Exactly. By doing birding, you're trying to, our aspiration is really to give opportunity for us to discover nature, to bond with nature, but of course, understanding the ecosystem, the symphony, what happens in all this. We have a very beautiful human wildlife and that relationship with the ecosystem. And if we're able to understand this, discover it, and bond with it, we are able to actually enjoy the beauty of living in this nature here. So as one of the activities we do is birding. We take tourists to do bird watching. There are different birds. We have birds online. We have water birds, and then we also do the nocturnal birds. The nocturnal birds are the birds that come out in the night. You have the owl and those categories there. They only come out in the night. So particularly around ARRA fishing lodge, we have a number of species of birds, both water birds, also birds on land.
Can you get a chance to spot some on site at ARRA itself?
Yeah, you see the greenery and everything. So when you take a tour around, just even along the shores, you saw the blood eagle right seated on the tree. We have the I told about the weaver birds. We have them there. Then we have just on water, as you see, when we do a cruise along the greenery area, you're able to see quite a number of those birds there.
We go in for a break and we'll be back shortly with another part. Stick with us, please. Remember, the hashtag is Visit Madiland, all right? Don't ever forget that. We're on an expedition and we're enjoying this. Now, if anybody woke up and told you that I'll be on Albert Nile in the West Nile, in the land of possibility fishing on Saturday, you would say I'm kidding. Today, I'm with a CEO of his own company called WestNile Birding and Safari. He goes by the names of Boniface. What is your other name?
Kadabara.
From which tribe? Which tribe are you?
In Madi, the name means it will be well.
It will be well.
Yes.
So your company is actually based in ARRA, is it true?
Yes.
Why isn't it here in Adjumani?
Yeah, so I have I've settled in ARRA. Importantly, whereas this is home and this is the destination, but also ARRA is a regional city, and for the tourism-related activities, which is gets a lot of tourists, we thought it was it's the right location to put up offices.
Okay.
But generally, our operations are not really in this part of the region.
Okay, so before we took a break, I told you I'm gonna ask you why. Really, be honest and tell me, bro, where did the passion come from of wanting you to be to say something, to play your role in this what we call the local tourism scene?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think they say sometimes you learn certain things, but I think for me the passion for tourism is inborn.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe I was born with this passion. Growing up, I come from the Metu Mountains.
Metu Mountains.
In Moyo here, and growing up, we were sent to go and chase some of the rodents, because we used to farm along the slopes of the mountain.
Yeah.
And so while we're there, you find there are rodents like the monkeys, the baboon, the rabbit, and a lot of that.
Yeah.
And so in the process of doing this, we kept hiking, the hills and the mountains. I think it was part of an exciting experience of my childhood, climbing the mountains, doing a lot of things there. But also, I've had opportunity of crossing this Nile time and again, even during my childhood. And I was always fascinated about water, the nature. You look at the beautiful ranges of the mountains, overlooking the Nile. It has been quite an experience right from childhood. Yeah, but importantly is I've had opportunity of a bit being exposed and traveling. I've lived part of my life in Jinja. And
how is it like, and how is the life different from what we have here in the West?
I think from a tourism perspective, Jinja was ahead. They had products that were already well developed, and a lot of investment had gone in it. I was there in the years before the Bujagali Dam, so I had opportunity of actually seeing the Bujagali Falls. But also, going to the source of the Nile, doing a lot of activities.
How long have you been doing this for? Actively?
I think for the past 9 or so years.
Oh wow!
I've been in this space of tourism, and so I think for me that opened my eyes of exactly what tourism was. Being in Jinja, I had opportunity of running excursions, with friends, and importantly, I was staying. Living and staying with my uncle. That's in Chirinya prisons, which is just part of it is actually the river Lake Victoria. So I had that experience of living with water, going on water, fishing, and a lot of this.
There's something, Bonnie, that I keep on asking people, because I've sat with so many young people like you here from WestNile, and there's this one question that is surfacing in every interview, because we need to make this right. Demystify the fact that people are saying WestNile has nothing to offer when it comes to tourism. It is I believe it's a myth. What have you got to say about that?
It's absolutely a very, very big myth, which we must demystify. Because as WestNile, we have one of the best tourism attractions in the country. We have one of the best products that, unfortunately, they are not well developed. And for so long, even the stakeholders and authorities that are entrusted with the role of promoting tourism in the country, I think they have not done much in this part of the country. But I think it starts from us. This is the opportunity we have to put this to the world out there, that look, there is a game here. There is a beautiful thing in this part of the region. And I think in the next few coming years, we can definitely do great work.
Apart from birding and sport fishing, which other activities can you recommend somebody coming to WestNile for their first time? What could they try out?
Okay, so thank you. I know WestNile has up to 13 districts. Very interesting. And that's about 8 tribes. Now, we have attractions around marine tourism, that's related to the water.
Something like
what we are doing. We have one of the most beautiful mountain ranges you can see. People can hike. But starting right from Pakwach, which is the entry into, if you're coming from Karuma, Mamantron Falls, you have the Wangalei. That is the site where the Luo brothers separated. A very beautiful and strong cultural site. You come to Nebi, we have what we call the Biko Church, the smallest church in the world, which can accommodate only 3 people, at most 5 people.
Wow. It's called the Biko Church?
Yeah, Biko Church. It's on Mount Goli. It is it's for religious tourism. One of the smallest church in the world. You come to Madiokolo, we have Ajai Wildlife Reserve, the home of the white rhinos. You know, one of the most things that I saw WestNile recently has been the Fufa drum, you know, football games. And the pride name of the province team is the white rhinos. And Ajai is the home of the white rhinos. Before, of course, the unfortunate bit of the poaching, and later on they were relocated to Ziwa White Rhino Sanctuary. But they are being reintroduced, and they're actually restocking the wildlife reserve. It's an opportunity for us to do that. But then we have waterfalls. In Maracha, we have Miradua. We have Dabaratsa waterfalls. We have hot springs here in Adjumani. We have the Zoka tropical forest. Did you know that actually the insanity that people enjoy in the country breed right
from there? Here,
from Zoka. Wow. People wondering it's November, the senators have not come out. The colonies are still actually forming. We have the ranges of Mount Oche, Mount Ilo, but importantly is we have a historical tourism concerning the slave trade war. Now, you've heard about the slave trade, and WestNile experienced this in first hand. The slave traders used to come from Egypt, Sudan. Used to come.
Is that Dufile?
We have the Fort Dufile. Fort Dufile is the site where Emni Passa. Now, Emni Passa has a number of sites. There is a Fort Wadelai in Wadelai. So along the Albert Nile is actually where they did a lot of their. So the fight of the slave trade, we have Emily Passa, George Gordon, and even Sir Samuel Baker. They were fighting slave trade. And one of the hills, as you approach Fula Falls, when you're on top of it, you're able to look into South Sudan and able to see the slave traders coming. And so these are important trails. We have, you know, WestNile was previously part of the, you know, the Congo, you know. So in ARRA we have what we call the Alikwa Pyramid in Maratsa particularly. It's where the Belgian, you know, headquarters used to be as they were governing, you know, WestNile. And up to today, we have students who come from Belgium and other parts of the country to come and study this, you know, historical myth.
I'm surprised.
As a region,
there's so much stories to tell. There is so much content here, and people need to discover this place.
Exactly.
So Boniface, I don't really think we're going to get lucky, are we? We've been here for quite like an hour plus.
You know, they say patience pays.
Okay.
And I think I have a feeling that it's what? Okay. I'm feeling something here.
Wow, come
All
on.
right.
Come on. Shame on you guys.
Oh, you got our first car.
Wow, it's not the biggest of the
No,
fish.
it's not the biggest, but I think this is so good.
Which type is that?
This is
oh wow.
Oh, it's sick. Oh my god.
Wow, it's still alive.
Oh my goodness. So this is a very beautiful
you remove
Nile
it. Remember we had a deal, okay?
Yeah.
Our deal was to catch and throw it back.
Of course.
That's the whole
That's
idea.
exactly what happens when it comes to sport fishing.
Yeah, we didn't get the biggest them of all, but if we were lucky enough next time, we would have gotten that. Yeah. And it's still alive, bro.
It is. So usually, if we had a stamp, you will be able to stamp it.
Yeah.
So that the next time you may grab it, you find when it has actually grown.
I don't even have my phone.
I think it's a very good it's a very good morning indeed. I think I want to stay here longer so that we continue catching fish.
So who gets the chance to throw it back?
Please.
Should we do it together?
We should do that.
Put your hook on the count of 3.
1, 2, 3.
There you go. Ah! Swam away. Wow, just like Nemo. Trust me, you wouldn't get Nemo just like that. Nemo is quite wiser. What a blast I've had here with my friend Boniface. So now we are going to go try out, check out other activities. This was fun, bro. This was fun.
This was very
It
exciting.
is so it's so mind-blowing. It's so relaxing. It's amazing how my mind has been totally relaxed. Just being here on this urban night and floating and being in the company of all these fishermen. Man, I feel like I'm part of this experience.
It's a beautiful experience, and I mean, if everyone wants to experience sport fishing,
Yeah.
you know, you've always people eat fish, and I've never wondered how
Yeah.
actually it's done. And I think this is an ultimate experience that everyone needs to try out. It's a beautiful moment, but also importantly, what we need to add to this is the education about sustainability for the fishing community. For them to use the right hooks, the right.
Are they taught? Is the government taught them that?
Yes, the government is doing that. We have the fisheries department and district, but also as tour operators and people who are invested in conservation, it's also our responsibility to tell them that we need to promote sustainable fishing.
Yeah, Bonnie, this has been amazing. And guess what? I think later on we shall get some more fish and throw it back because it's sport fishing. I was going to bet $1 that we are going to throw that fish back. The way how you love fish, you people.
I know.
I'm sure I mean, you were throwing it back, but your heart was like, in denial. Be like, Drago, come on, don't do this.
You know, for the sake of sport fishing, you really have to do that.
Yeah.
If you are to carry that back home, then it ceases to be sport fishing.
Yeah. All right, guys, have a beautiful evening. This is an amazing time for me. I'm going to stay hanging out on this beautiful lake, and then we have a blast. Till next time. Bye. Cheers.